Come on. Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and new episode 4 of the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire MonoBug Egglocke. You guys already know what it is. If you missed the last episode, annotation on the screen or link in the description, always check it out. Make sure you're caught up. You don't want to miss anything, you don't. I'm gonna actually run into this school here and grab the Quick Claw. Apparently it's here, so let's try to grab the Quick Claw because it could turn out to be rather useful. Give me the Quick Claw, dude. Yes, we got it. So I'm gonna actually hook up one of my Pokemon with that. I'm not sure who. I'm thinking maybe we should give it to Amethyst real quick, and we'll keep it rolling here. Let me throw a Wurmple on my shoulder, and we're gonna get it going, guys. We're gonna get it going. If you guys have not done so yet, if you do enjoy my videos, please leave a thumbs up rating. That would be absolutely phenomenal. As you guys know, the thumbs up really helps me out, gets my channel a little bit more exposure, you know what I'm saying? Trying to add on to the aDrive army, it's a good time. But I do have to say here, you guys did turn up something fierce in the last episode in the comment section. I asked you guys, you know, what shinies you guys have found in your playthroughs. I saw lots of cool comments. I saw a guy telling me, you know, he found a shiny Geodude, shiny like Onyx right away, shiny Tentacool, all sorts of cool shinies throughout the playthrough that I thought was really awesome. So kudos to you guys and your luck. That is pretty cool. I'm always a big fan of finding the random shinies like we did with Amethyst, which is obviously really, really neat. Super fortunate set of events. And pretty neat. Thank you to everyone else who made a comment saying, don't forget to empty a spot in your party for Shedinja. I got you guys, don't worry, I'm the bug maniac. I'll probably regret these words when I forget later on, but I'll try to remember, it shouldn't be an issue. And a lot of people wanted, it seemed like the overwhelming majority actually was voting for us to get Beautifly instead of Dustox, but unfortunately for everyone who voted Beautifly, it looks like it's going to be the opposite. It looks like we're going to be rolling with the Dustox very soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed here. Let's get Hendrix some action here. Even though it's only level 1, we'll try to get it some levels against some of these trainers here. The hope for this episode is to get through the rest of this route, backtrack our way to Roxanne, take on Roxanne and her onslaught of rock-type Pokemon, and hopefully we'll be able to come out on top. It could be quite challenging, but I feel pretty good about it. So for this episode, because we have Hendrix, the nice little Heracross here, I thought I had a great topic, and hopefully you guys enjoy this topic. It's going to be pretty much what we talk about the entire episode, but I thought it'd be really, really cool to kind of encapsulate this. I've talked about it in previous like Call of Duty commentaries and stuff, but never really, oh god, this thing has rollout, I just remembered. That's a problem. That's a problem. I think I can take one. Oh boy. This thing has rollout. It just used Defense Curl, has rollout. I have nothing to switch in. Let's go for Tackle. We'll see what happens. Did a little bit. He's got Defense Curl. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hopefully just hang in here as best as I can. I'm gonna need a crit or something. Bug Bite's resistant because he is Fairy type. If he's not huge power, it might be okay. Don't use rollout, dude. He's got Water Spout. He might not have rollout yet at level 10. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about is how I got into music, kind of what some of the band adventures I did was and were. And if you watch my streams frequently, you might already know about this, but we're going to get into that in this episode. I think it'll be really cool, and you guys can get a little bit more backstory about me, which I did talk about a little bit in the Cage Lock, but again, I'm going to go more in depth here. So, oh, he does have rollout. How much is it going to do, though? Oh, it did nothing. It did nothing. Wow. The good thing about Sewaddle is it's got really high defenses. It has really high, like, base defense. It's gonna roll out again. Can I take another one, like, if my Tackle doesn't kill here? Is my Tackle gonna kill? I think my Tackle's gonna kill. I don't have a switch in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It does, okay. Whew. Okay, so here's the story about how I got into music and how I got into the musical career, and I'm gonna talk a lot about it and stuff like that. And just kind of a disclaimer, there's no way for me to talk about some of this stuff without sounding like a douche, so please understand that I'm not trying to be a douche. It's just kind of how it is. That's kind of a really bad way to segue into this, but anyway, let's get right into it. Basically, when I was 17, I was chilling outside the cafeteria at our lunchtime. We had like this little courtyard we could chill out in, and I used to be part of what's called a poetry slam team, so I would write poetry and I'd perform the poetry, and it'd be something like, I wanna strip you down, undress your every thought, and show you the inner role, In its flow of my constant river that has more bends and turns than any race car track, I want to show you what words can do, how I can manipulate their existence through a consistent method of success that is rivaled simply by the next piece of writing I may publish, the next idea I make a pile like, and it was like, I kind of messed up there because I haven't done that in like 7 years, but anyway, that was the gist of it, right? So we did this slam poetry. I would perform poetry in front of the school. It was a big deal at my high school. We had a huge high school, and we did this thing called Poetry Slam. We had Word Fest and whatever it's called. It was a big deal, and I wasn't the best person ever there, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I was really into spoken word and poetry, and that was just kind of one of my releases, I suppose. I had very, very little, if any, musical talent at all. I was probably tone deaf, all sorts of nonsense. I was really, really bad when it came to musical stuff, so there's all that. While I was out there, one of my buddies came up to me and he was like, yo, I really like your poetry, I like your raps, because I would rap outside too. I'd be like, why do I wonder what my eyes to wonder while I'm lying upon how much I have long, because my heart never walls and my thoughts never wither and my mind always shivers and I start to quiver but I keep shaking. So I would do stuff like that. I would do like raps and poetry and all sorts of fun stuff, right? And it was just something I did for fun, not to like show off or anything, but it was just, we would get in a group and we would just do things like that. We'd rap, we would do poetry. That's what we did. I don't know. That was the kids that I hung out with did. So anyway, my friend Jay comes up to me and he goes, yo, like, I got this band, dude, and we need someone to write lyrics for us. Like, we don't really have any good lyrics. We could use someone who could write lyrics. And I was like, dude, that'd be sick. Like, I would love to write for a band. I always, like, had dreams of being this rock star. How cool would that be? Like, who doesn't sit in their room in front of their mirror and play air guitar and like jam it out and you're just like, like, dude, I totally did that. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I always wanted to be a rock star. Air drum, you know, dude, I would air drum all day. Like, that's what I was doing as a kid. Like, I had these huge dreams, right? But I didn't play any instruments. So they came to me and they're like, hey, yo, aDrive, like, or yo, Dan, you should totally, you know, write songs for our band. And I was like, dude, that'd be sick. I would love to. And they're like, yo, you should play bass guitar in our band. We don't have a bass player. And I was like, yo, what is a bass? I don't even know what that is. Is that a fish? Dude, what is a bass? I was 17 years old. I didn't even know what the bass guitar did. This thing has rollout too. Oh my God, stop it. Stop, dude, stop with the rollouts. I don't think I have anything that can come in on a rollout. Again, what do I have that can come in on a rollout? Heracross might be able to take one. Invincibug. We're gonna go to Invincibug. I don't know what I could do to take on a rollout, dude. Oh boy. This is scary. I'm gonna bring in Invincibug, because I'm neutral to it. Oh, he's confused. Hit yourself in confusion, dude. Yes! Oh, that was a savior. That was a savior right there. God, Jesus, man. Alright, hold on. I have an option here. I can go into Redemption and hit him with a super effective Vacuum Wave, which will probably kill, which is kind of risky. I don't know if there's anything really else I can do. I could Harden and then Scratch. I feel like I gotta go on the offensive here. We're gonna go into Redemption. This could be a bad idea. So let me focus on this battle for a minute before we jump back into the story, because I'm a little bit worried about all these rollout Pokemon. He's gonna please hit yourself a Confusion Geo, dude. Oh my God, thank you, Mo. Thank you. Okay, I think we might be in the clear here. I could just Vacuum Wave. Anyway, this priority Vacuum Wave is clutch. Anyway, so that was kind of the idea. They're like, hey, can you play bass guitar or whatever? And I was like, dude, I don't even know what that is. They're like, trust me, dude, it's really easy, the stuff you have to play. We play really simple songs. We're playing a lot of Paramore covers. We had a female singer in the band, so like they were playing a lot of Paramore covers, things like That's What You Get and My Heart. So if you know old school Paramore, or that's some of the old school Paramore, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So pretty simple songs on bass. Jeremy, who is their bassist, I don't know if I think Jeremy Davis still is the bass player. His bass lines are very, very cool, but you can kind of simplify them a little bit to make them more playable. So anyway, that night, as it looks like Amethyst is about to evolve right now into the beautiful Dustox, we could just enjoy this moment here. That night I actually went home and I said, yo, Dad, like I have this opportunity here to be in this band and they want me to play bass guitar. Can I rent a bass? Like, I went to the music store and I was like, Dad, look how awesome this thing looks, guys. We have a shiny on our playthrough. Hit the like button for the shiny Dustox. That's awesome. You know, I was like, oh, I never even talked about our question of the day. We'll get to that in a minute. I was like, oh, it gets Gust. I think that's not terrible. We can get rid of String Shot, I think. So I was like, Dad, can you please pay for me to rent this bass guitar? It's like $100 or whatever for like a month or something, or a couple weeks or whatever it was. And it was the most piece of beep bass ever, dude. It was terrible. It was like the worst thing to ever play. It sounded horrible, all that stuff looking back. But I did get the bass guitar that day. and I actually ended up going to band practice with them, and I learned the first song I ever learned to play on bass guitar, which is That's What You Get, and it's like 3 chords, like doom 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 doom. It's really simple. It's actually not in 4/4 timing if you're a music person. It's actually in 3/4, which is kind of cool too. So the first song I ever learned wasn't even in like standard 4/4 like music time. It was 3/4, which is kind of a weird like increment beat, however you want to put it. So that was cool. So anyway, if you don't like music, this is kind of boring. But anyway, I learned how to play bass guitar from doing that, and I ended up like teaching myself at 17. And we were playing in this band called Palindrome, and we were trying to write our own music and whatever else. We recorded our own song, like Do It Yourself. And I can't remember what it was called, but I remember I wrote the lyrics for it, and I wrote a couple other songs. And there was always this idea where, you know, JJ and this kid Frank in the band, they were like, dude, we know you can sing eventually. Like, you're terrible right now, but we hear the right tone in your voice that you could potentially, oh, I have to catch this thing, don't I? This is my first encounter here. We hear the right tone in your voice that you could actually sing, so we're gonna teach you to sing. You gotta be able to sing. So I was like, all right, I can respect that. I can respect the fact that they think I could sing. I don't think I could sing, I'm like tone deaf, but if you think I could sing, okay, we can look into this situation here. So I would try to sing songs, and I sounded horrible. We ended up getting a couple different singers. We got this girl Sarah to sing. She ended up going to Berkeley, really talented individual. We ended up getting this girl Emma to sing, I think her name was. So really cool group of people that we had singing in this female-fronted band. So I was in this band for a few months, and we played, you know, a few little shows, local shows or whatever. Nothing too big. We didn't, I mean, we had, like, when we hit 100 plays on MySpace, guys, like, we were stoked, like, so incredibly stoked that 100 people would play our song, our original song, which is really cool. So I did that for a while, and then I was, like, browsing through MySpace, and I found this band on MySpace. And it was called Show Me the Skyline. And kind of going backtrack a little bit, I was actually at my ex-girlfriend's house at the time. I was dating her, and she had it pulled up on her computer. I found this band, Show Me the Skyline. I'm gonna skip out all that part. But anyway, I ended up getting in contact with the lead singer of this band. This band was a lot bigger than the band I was currently in. They had amazing graphics. They had fully professionally produced sounds. Like, they had everything going for them. And they were from like 2 towns over. They were like in the same area that I lived. And there was no people listed on their band page for like members of the band. And I was like, yo, they don't have a band. Maybe I could join this band and play in this band. This band's awesome. This band is huge. They have really catchy pop tunes, really like huge success. They're on iTunes. Like, are you kidding me? This is like, you know, 2008, and they're on iTunes. I'm like, whoa, this band's legit. This is a legit band right here. I should totally try to join them. So anyway, I get in contact with the singer, and I thought you were supposed to go back here. I guess you have to take on Roxanne first. Oops. So I get in contact with the singer, and I was like, all right, dude, I really want to be in your band. He's like, all right, man, I just kicked out the people in my band, so actually let's do an audition. So I auditioned for this band, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was completely clueless. Like, I was really bad at everything I was doing in terms of the band. I'm terrible at bass. Remember, I'd only played for a few months, and I was pretty much tone deaf at the time, so not a whole lot going on there. And basically what happened is he said, okay, you know, we're gonna put you in the band anyway, despite all of these things. And I'm gonna hope that, you know, you're gonna get better, and I think you're a really cool dude and whatever else. So I joined this band, the Show Me the Skyline band. This band is epic, dude. I'm telling you, this band is probably the best band anyone at my skill level could have ever joined. We had fans all over the world, from Brazil and I don't even know, all over the world. Like, people, I remember on our MySpace was like popping. People loved this band. It was really cool, right? And the coolest thing was the music was actually produced by the same guy who had just finished the Jonas Brothers record and Demi Lovato's record at the time when they were blowing up on Disney. So here I am thinking I'm about to be this famous musician playing in this band called Show Me the Skyline. It was gonna be epic. And you can search them up. You can find their music everywhere. You can check the legitimacy of it. You might find some pictures with me in it. But the band was mostly the main singer, and then he had a backup band. So that was kind of the thing. I was kind of part of this backup band. So I played with him for a while. We did a bunch of cool stuff. I played with awesome bands like Ann Arbor. We did a bunch of cool things. Probably one of the coolest things we did is we got to open up for Matchbook Romance and Just Surrender, 2 bands that were actually really big in the Poughkeepsie, New York area. And I'm debating whether I should hatch this egg now. We'll hatch it later. We'll hatch the egg later at the end of the episode. So stick around for the next egg hatch after that Whismer. So, you know, we played, you know, Just Surrender, Matchbook Romance, sold out show, like 2,000 people, dude. It was crazy. Hello, You must be a new challenger. I am Roxanne, the Rustboro City Pokemon Gym Leader. I became a gym leader so that I may apply all that I've learned in Pokemon Trainer School. If you defeat me in a Pokemon battle, I present you with a gym badge as proof of your strength as a trainer. Please take up the challenge. I look forward to seeing you as a challenger. Until then, farewell. So question of the day time, what is your favorite gym leader in Pokemon? Mine is probably Flannery. I like her character. I think she's like fired up, you know what I mean? She's the newest gym leader in this region, and she's just like, I want to be a good gym leader. You know, I don't know. I just felt I always like Flannery. I like redheads too. So there's that. But so Flannery is my pick for my favorite gym leader. But kind of jumping back to the story. So we opened up for this cool band, whatever. Anyway, we're doing all this cool stuff, and we added 2 new members to the band. We kicked out these other 2 kids, and things were amazing. This kid was my best friend. We were having a blast. But it was very increasingly obvious that this band that I was in, Me the Skyline, was not gonna be the kind of band that I would ever have an opportunity to be a big part of in terms of like the front line. I wanted to be in pictures. I wanted to be part of a band, not a backup bass player. You know what I mean, if that makes sense? Like, I'm kind of someone who likes to lead. I like to take charge, and I felt that I was doing a lot in the band from a business standpoint, even at my young age. I mean, we had managers and stuff, but even so. So I really wanted to take advantage of that, and I really wanted to be in a band where I felt that I was valued and really could be a huge part of the writing process, because we had like songwriters, like professional people writing the songs for us. Like, this was no joke. This was like a serious band here. So that was kind of where I was coming from, and that's what I really wanted out of this whole deal, was to get that. So I found this band called The Best Week Ever. Now, The Best Week Ever is a band out of Poughkeepsie, and you can look them up as well. The lead singer, his name is Tom. He actually started the band. Well, hold on, let me backtrack here. While I was doing Me the Skyline, I actually met this kid named Cameron Walker, and really big props to him. If you've ever heard of the Ready Set or the Summer Set, Jess Bowen from the Summer Set and the Ready Set lead singer Jordan, they actually just started the band with this kid Cameron, who I used to play with, which is really cool. He was in Me the Skyline for a short amount of time. Very talented individual. They just started a brand new band. I saw the announcement yesterday, so really, really cool to him that he's doing so well in the music field. The kid's so incredibly talented. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, Best Week Ever. This band is comprised of the kid who started We Are the In Crowd, which is a huge band out of Poughkeepsie, and this other girl, her name is Lacey, and Lacey has the most tremendous female voice I've ever heard. And for me, I always wanted to be in a band with a female vocalist. I always really liked them. I was a huge fan of Paramore in that time, and to me, Lacey's voice just blew everything away. And if you want to look up The Best Week Ever, go for it. You can find some of the songs that they did. They did some stuff with Andrew from the Friday Night Boys. Lots of cool stuff. So I joined this band, The Best Week Ever, in Poughkeepsie. I'm driving like an hour and a half to band practice every day. Whatever, this band is sick. We are in an awesome situation. I joined, and like 3 weeks later, we get a phone call that we are opening up for Bon Jovi and Gavin DeGraw at Giant Stadium in New York/New Jersey. What? Are you kidding me? So hold on, rewind here, rewind. The Best Week Ever was written and produced by this kid, Tom, the kid, and this other kid, James. James deserves some credit too. They wrote the songs, they pretty much did everything, and these kids are musical geniuses. Musical geniuses. James is a prodigy. You can play any song on the radio, he grabs any instrument. He doesn't even play any instruments, he just grabs any instruments and he can play that song instantly. The kid is a prodigy. Very, very talented individual. And Tom is a very talented individual as well, so credit all around to those guys. So that was kind of the gist there between those two things. We had this really, really talented group of songwriters, very talented vocalists, and Lacey, Tom sang as well, and it was great. Guy and girl vocals coming out of this pop sound. It was like the perfect mix for success in this time frame. You gotta remember, this is like 2010. So, the best week ever, man. I'm telling you, this band is destined to be famous. We get picked to open up for Bon Jovi and Gavin DeGraw. No joke. 40,000 plus people at MetLife Stadium, which was originally called the New Giant Stadium or whatever it was called at the time. 40,000 people, sold out crowd, Bon Jovi doing his Circle Tour, and I get to play in front of this huge, like, no joke, guys, like, I couldn't even see all the people. It was ridiculous. So I joined this new band weeks later. We actually had that happen in May. We ended up playing and opening up for Bon Jovi and Gavin DeGraw. Amazing experience. I don't think I'll ever have an experience like that in my life. No one gets an opportunity like that. That was just truly ridiculous. Very, very fortunate to have that opportunity. And again, a lot of that credit, a lot of the fact that happened definitely goes to the fact that I was working alongside some really talented individuals, and that's really what it comes down to. It wasn't really anything I particularly did outside of my networking and ability to communicate skills, but these kids were something special. Some of these kids, their talent was just through the roof. They're all, as far as I know, at least most of them are professional musicians now, so. Anyway, so I'm in the band The Best Week Ever. We open up for Bon Jovi, it's great, whatever. We finish up with that, and they're like, yo, we need to go on a tour. We need to go on a tour. I'm like, why do we need to tour, guys? Why are we touring? What's the incentive for us to tour? We don't have a big enough fan base. We have amazing music, but we don't have the reach we need to tour and financially support ourselves, because I don't want to spend all my money that I'm making at Sears to support this band right now if no one else can pitch in, because everyone was just doing music. No one really had a job. We were just trying to, like, make it by, you know? And I was like, I'm not going on this tour. I'm not gonna do this tour. I don't want to do it. It's a bad idea, guys. It's a bad. I was still in college, you know, whatever else. I'm like, this tour is not gonna do anything for us. We're gonna play in front of like 20 kids a night. No one knows who we are yet. Like, and that's the problem with new bands. It's really challenging initially because you're trying to build a following. In my opinion, the best way to do it is through the internet, but it's really hard. No matter how good you are, it's really hard to get noticed right off the bat. So, anyway. And playing with Bon Jovi is great, but that's not really our audience. You know what I mean? That's not really our target group. So anyway, I tell the band I'm not going to be in the band anymore if you guys are going to do this tour. They say okay, and I quit the band. They find a replacement, simple as that. I leave The Best Week Ever after just about 6 months, but I did get to experience one of the most awesome musical things I've ever done in my life. So there's that. Following that, I get a call from my friend Devin. Now, I didn't mention Devin earlier, but Devin was actually one of the singers part of this band called Paper Hearts. We originally had a band called Palindrome, as I mentioned. It formed into a band called Paper Hearts. Rocket Ship Heart was also a name of the band. We had a bunch of different names. Paper Hearts you could find though online if you look that up. So Devin calls me, he goes, yo, I'm trying to enter this contest for MySpace. And they do a MySpace records competition every year where you can have a chance to get signed by MySpace. Do you want to be the bassist in the band? Because I think we have a chance. I said, okay, sure, why not? What the heck? I don't think anything's gonna come of it, but sure, why not? He goes, okay, cool. So, I joined Paper Hearts with my friend JJ again. So it's me, JJ, and Devin, just us three. I'm gonna take on Roxanne right now. So keep your fingers crossed that we're able to take this girl down here. Let's recap here. Just as I expected, I knew you and your Pokemon would be able to get this far. Now would you kindly demonstrate how you battle with your Pokemon? Oh boy. Alright. So, Devin hits me up and he's like, alright, I want you to join Paper Hearts, dude. I said, okay, cool. Within a few weeks, we get a call or an email from MySpace saying we're in the top 10 out of 22,000 bands of MySpace records. And if we win this competition, we will be signed to MySpace records. I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, but that was a big deal at the time. Top 10 out of 22,000 bands. Like, no joke, this is like a real deal. There's bands who, you know, are famous because of this same contest. Like, we have a huge opportunity here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god, he's gonna go for Rock Tomb, dude. How much is he gonna do? Oh, good god. Alright. I think I still outspeed, though. Let's Razor Leaf again. He's gonna potion, that's fine. He's gonna knock him back down sturdy. I think we're okay, though. A little bit worried. Oh, it doesn't even knock him sturdy. Okay. So I was like, oh my god, this is cool. So, Toyota, who is sponsoring the contest, and MySpace fly out to where I live in Danbury, Connecticut, out here. They came from LA, and they shot a music video with us. They actually shot a music video, like a promo for the MySpace contest. You can find that online too. It's on YouTube. I think it's on Toyota's YouTube channel. But they shoot this promo with us, which is super epic. I mean, how cool is that? We get to shoot a promo with them, and that was really neat. That was really neat for sure. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. I think I should switch into Amethyst, because Amethyst could probably take the hits better than anything. Because it is like defensive. I don't know if I want to just fire off a Razor Leaf here, because I don't think it's gonna do that much. I think Amethyst is our best switching, because I could try to poison it. How much is he gonna do with Rock Tomb? I don't think I should stay in. I'm not full health. Let's go into, actually, you know what? Let's go into Hendrix. I know it sounds weird, but Hendrix is neutral. And Hendrix is bulky. All right, so. We had this opportunity, we get to the top 10 or whatever, we get to the top 5, and now we're in the top 5 of the MySpace Records contest, and anticlimactic, we actually end up losing. Okay, fair enough, we lose, not a big deal. We don't end up winning. I'm really bummed that we don't end up winning, but it is what it is, right? So we're unable to win the MySpace Records competition. We come close, but we're unable to win it. So, there's that. Oh, I missed the... Hold on, this match is intense here. We're gonna go into our bag. I'm gonna get a potion off on Seawaddle. on True Warrior here because I need him to be able to take as many hits as possible and fire off Razor Leafs. He's gonna go for tackle again, that's fine. Alright, Hendrix, you're good, dude. Alright, let's swap Rooney. Hendrix has no business staying in here. Let's go into Invincibug. So I'm gonna kind of speed along here. So I'm in that band, whatever. We don't win. The band kind of dissolves. Not a big deal. I have a couple little mini projects in between there. Let's go for Harden. That's not good. Harden is not good. It's not good. It's not a good thing. What do I even do to this thing, man? I don't know what to do. I can go to Vinny and try to like stun it or something. Maybe that's a good play. Is that a good play, you think? We gotta get True Warrior in here before he starts hardening more. Let's go into True Warrior. Let's see if I can take a stone or a rock tomb. Dude, this nose pass is really scary right now. I don't want to lose anything. I'm trying to like hang in there as best I can. He's gonna go for rock tomb on the switch in. That's not good. Be less than half. Okay, we can take two. We can take two. I'm gonna take the speed drop. That's fine. I don't want him to get more boosts though. Let's go for Razor Leaf. See how much it does. He missed. We missed the Razor Leaf. True Warrior, dude, what are you doing? How are you missing a Razor? What do I do now? How can I even take this thing out? I'm gonna go to Vinny. Dude, what do I do against this thing? So I'm in this band, Paper Hearts. I quit the band, no big deal. And then I get hit up by that same kid from Me the Skyline. He goes, yo, dude, I have this opportunity. Do you want to play Warped Tour with me? And I was like, do I want to play Warped Tour with you? Of course I do. We kind of had a falling out, but I was like, yeah, dude, of course I want to play Warped Tour with you. Let's do it, man. Do I Sleep Powder or Stun Spore? I think Stun Spore is going to be more valuable. Let's go for the Stun Spore. I will outspeed. I do have Compound Eyes, which is nice. So we're going to get the paralysis off on this thing. Hopefully make sure the rock tombs aren't going to allow him to outspeed. He does get paralyzed there. Perfect. And I do have a boosted Supersonic accuracy-wise. So we're going to hit the Supersonic as well. So nice job, Vinny. He's like, you want to play Warped Tour? I have this new project I'm doing called Lars. It's not called Me the Skyline anymore. Do you want to be a part of it? And I said, yeah. I mean, if you're going to pay me, I'll do it. So I was actually paid to play on Warped Tour, which is really, really cool. I was hired on as a band for this, or hired on as a DJ to be part of this band in Warped Tour. So I played on Warped Tour for about a month. I believe it was 2012, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2011. I don't really remember exactly, but I did get a chance to play Warped Tour. We played on the Zombo stage. The band was called Lars, L-A-R-Z-Z. Really, really cool. He's gonna hit the rock tomb here. We'll see how much this does. I have a feeling it's gonna do a lot. Oh my god, it did so much. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to swap a Rooney here. What can I switch into? I can go into Invincibug. I think that's my best play, is to go into Invincibug here. Or Amethyst. Amethyst could take a hit too. Then we're gonna go to Amethyst here, because I can hit him on the special side with Gust. So I got a chance to play Warped Tour, which is really, really epic. That was probably one of the better experiences of my life. We played in front of like a lot of kids every single day, which was super cool. So I had a blast doing that. He snaps out of confusion. He's gonna get paralyzed. Perfect. So it was cool, man. It was cool. I had so many awesome opportunities. Again, like I mentioned, it's really hard for me to talk about this without sounding like a jerk or something like that. But I was very, very fortunate. I'm not the best musician in the world, but I was very, very fortunate to have a lot of these opportunities and get to play with a lot of these cool musicians. And like I said, a lot of them are really, really successful musicians now. So to me, that is super epic, and I'm very thankful for having those chances. So I know I could take another one if he doesn't crit. Should I just go for the Gust, you think, or should I Potion? I'm gonna. Let's take this opportunity to Super Potion Seawaddle, knowing that Seawaddle can come in on a hit. Dude, this is scary, man. He's paralyzed. Perfect. That's what I needed. Alright, I know people will kill me if Amethyst dies. So, let's go into True Warrior to take a hit and then fire off a Razor Leaf. He's +2 defense, though. Oh my god. Do I just stay in and Gust and try to get some chip damage? Redemption can't come in at this point. I do have a Vacuum Wave that I could do later, but Redemption cannot come in at this moment. That's a terrible idea. I don't know if True Warrior is taken too. Let's go for Harden. I get the Quick Claw, which doesn't matter. So anyway, sorry, I'm trying to focus on this match so we end up able to beat the Rock Gym Leader. This is tough. So after all that stuff, I played Warped Tour, whatever, I decided to really focus on my solo project, which is called From Meteor Stereo. If you've never heard it, then you've probably never been in my streams, but I do play the guitar and all that stuff on my streams and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I love doing it. I love playing guitar, and I love writing my own music. And since then, that's been my project. I never really focused too heavily on trying to like become famous or anything. I don't really care about that anymore. But I was able to finish my, my degree and stuff and really get through school. And really those were some of my main focuses in life, or to do those things. So I was able to do all that, and that's really cool to me. So I'm just feel glad that I was able to have all those opportunities that I had, and really get a chance to do some cool stuff that other people don't get to do. So that's really the summary of my music career. If you have any specific questions, I can totally answer them if you want me to like go into details. But I feel like I just need to go into True Warrior at some point, because Amethyst is just, even though I'm +2 defense, it's just not going to do anything. So that's really it. Now I just write my own music. You can check it out on my Bandcamp if you want. He's gonna go for Rock Tomb. Does Rock Tomb never miss? Like, what the heck, man? I could take 2 of those, though. I could take 2 of those. We gotta fire off a Razor Leaf. That was our strategy this entire time, was to get Razor Leaf. And I missed the first one, which is ridiculous. Hit it this time. That does nothing. Get paralyzed. Yes! Die, Nose Pass. I need a crit Razor Leaf. I missed again! How am I missing Razor Leaves? What the freak, man? Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you just, he's gonna go for Rock Tomb. True Warrior Legend. I'm still gonna outspeed. Do I just Razor Leaf in case he potions? Oh my god. Wow. That was intense, guys. That was intense. We're gonna be able to pick up the victory over Roxanne and her Nose Pass. Dude, that was intense. That was intense. Wow, don't go anywhere though, guys, because we're gonna hatch an egg really quick before the episode ends, so we have a little bit of egg hatching excitement here. So don't forget that Invincibug's growing to level 9. Invincibug learned Sand, which I was trying to get in Sand Attack earlier, and all of our Pokemon are leveling up. Having Razor Leaf was good. I didn't realize that Nose Pass was gonna have Harden. That was an intense battle. I understand. The Pokemon League rules state that trainers receive this if they defeat a gym leader. Please accept this official Pokemon League Stone badge. So we're gonna get our first badge ever on this playthrough, guys. We were able to take down one of the toughest challenges so far, which is, of course, the Rock-type gym leader. My bad if you hear some noise in the background. There's people, like, making a sidewalk or something. So I'm gonna get TM Rock Tomb, which is nice. We might actually be able to teach that to a couple Pokemon like Hendrix. And we already know what Rock Tomb does, as I just saw it. Luckily for me, we were able to paralyze that thing. So the homie Vinny, actually, I'm gonna say Vinny's MVP from that matchup, because that was, whew, that was not fun. Well, it was fun, but it was intense. Out of the way! Move it! Now we have to go take on Aqua. Wait, please! Don't take those parts! So we're gonna have to go take on the Devon, get the Devon parts back for Mr. Devon Researcher, which isn't a huge deal. We're gonna run down here and we're gonna heal up, we're gonna hatch an egg and call it a day here on this episode. Guys, if you have not done so yet, please hit that thumbs up button for me if you haven't yet. I know I kind of skipped over the question of the day today, but what is your favorite gym leader in Pokemon? I talked a little bit about mine once we got to Roxanne, but let's see what we got here. So first things first, we're gonna grab this Whismur, and it's gonna get moved over here to box 7. All right, we're gonna rename this. This is gonna be our death box. Hopefully we don't need to use it, but this is our death box. And then this is gonna be our alive box, the other one. I'm not gonna name it, but we're gonna swap out Whismur. Let's do a random number generator real quick to find out what we're gonna get from it. And it is gonna be 39, which is actually gonna be named Bullet. It's Marcus, AKA Mystic Zatu, who gave us number 39. So we'll see what it is. That is gonna be this egg right here. And we're gonna swap it out for something on our team, wherever it went over here, right? Let's swap it out for something on our team. Let's just put him in the box right now for now, just to find out what it is. This Pokemon is not gonna be on the team right now. It's just gonna go straight in the box. I just wanna hatch it. So I'm gonna do a quick cut until it hatches, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. I do know the nickname for this Pokemon is supposed to be Bullet. I don't know what it's going to be, though. I want to say it's going to be something like Scyther again, but I don't know what you would name Bullet. Bullet leads me to believe Steel-type. Maybe Fortress? It is a Nincada again, so we're gonna get another Nincada. I'm gonna say that this is supposed to be a Ninjask instead, so I don't know if that was the intention, but the name Bullet leads me to believe Ninjask, so this will be a Ninjask if we ever do use it, which is fine. And we're gonna name it Bullet as per Mystic Zatu's request, even though it's a female. And again, guys, I'm gonna be using the 6 Pokemon in my party, and I'm not gonna be switching out for PC Pokemon unless something faints, similar to how we did the Nuzlocke, the Cage Lock. I kind of like that rule because you really kind of get attached to your Pokemon, and I think it's good to use, as I don't want to just switch them out just to switch them out, you know what I mean? We're dealing with bug types either way, and that's really it. So Bullet is going to This is our Invincibug that we're keeping, and this is Bullet. So Bullet will chill here. It is Careful, Compound Eyes. It does have Final Gambit, though, which is really cool. Although that's not going to be very good for a Nuzlocke run. The Final Gambit actually kills your own Pokemon. But we have a lot to do on the next episode, but that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you did enjoy. We went a little bit long, but I hope you enjoyed my music, stories, and all that good stuff. If you did enjoy all that, please hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you guys on this daily series, the Alpha Sapphire MonoBug Egglocke, tomorrow. This has been your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.